Hello, and welcome to The Dark Hour. It's May 8th, we're in Tokyo, and I have a special guest. Please welcome Clever Diversion.
Thank you. Appreciate being on the show. I've been a longtime fan of the series, watched all the way through the third and fourth ones, but I have not seen the fifth one yet, but I plan on doing it this week. And I have also not played a Persona 5, so this will all be new to me.
Mishima says, "Hey, I saw on the forum, nice job sticking it to that stalker. I'm not going to give you any context for this, Mason. My favorite aficionado website came in handy, didn't it?" What are you talking about? It's okay, you don't have to say it. I know deep down in my heart that it was useful. Anyway, I'm in Shibuya right now. I'd love you to come hear me out about your future actions. I'll be waiting at the diner in Shibuya. You gotta swing by.
What is he up to?
Okay, so Mishima is a super fan of the Phantom Thieves. He is not a member.
How have things been? You know, with the special activities.
Was that supposed to be a wink? Anyway, he knows we're the Phantom Thieves. We have not told him we're the Phantom Thieves, but he knows. And he's running an unofficial fan site where people post their problems. And we have so far solved one internet problem of a stalker somebody had. So here we go with Mishima, the fanboy.
Oops, sorry about that. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. I've been staying up managing the fan site all night. Every night. I think it's called PR.
Fan site with a PH.
Yeah, a fan site. That's very good.
Fan site?
The Phantom Thieves aficionado website. Fan site for short. You need a catchy name if you want people to notice you. This is all a bit of P-Thieves propaganda.
P-Thieves. Wow. You gotta make it quick. That Tom is too much. P-Thieves.
He's pretty good with the other labeling and marketing, right?
Yeah.
But then he runs out real fast, his talent.
Basically, there's no point to taking down bad guys if nobody's gonna know about it.
Really?
Hey, look, that's a theme.
What a perspective that it's not just doing something, it's also the publicity and marketing after doing something.
Yeah. There is a running poll on the fan site of do you believe in the Phantom Thieves? We're currently at about 6% yes. And that's of people who go on the site. That's self-selected. But
yeah. So you're on this website that is for the Phantom Thieves, and you're like, do you believe that they are real, that I'm actually talking about and making this website about something? And they're like, no.
I mean,
94% no.
So far what we've gotten is one high school teacher admitted he was being abusive.
Wow, okay.
That's the extent of our... Like, it was very dramatic. But that's the extent of our activity so far.
That's why I've started a blog for posts from people you guys saved, while filtering out the haters. We need the Phantom Thieves to be seen in the proper light if we want to make the name popular, right?
You done good, kid.
I have to tell him this because that's the person I need to be with him.
Really? Just hearing you say that makes my all-nighters worth it. So, actually, I really want to know how you punish people.
Oh, wow, okay.
Ooh, punishment isn't really our thing here.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna ask. It wouldn't be any fun if you just up and told me. After all, the Phantom Thieves have a reputation for being secretive.
That's cool. Could you stop yelling?
Yeah, and also, like...
I wish I could be more like you guys somehow.
Aw.
But I'll still be here to draw attention to the stuff you do. You can leave that part to me. I'm gonna use my fan site to promote the Phantom Thieves and weed out any negative comments.
Editing.
Your popularity is gonna be at my mercy. Or, fingertips.
Wow. So is he gonna be a problem in the future? Is that what that, like, cut where he's, like, looking down, he's like, I wish I was more like you guys. You could just, like, ask him to join.
We don't want to ask him to join.
Yeah, be your marketing team.
Also, I mean, yeah, I guess he could be externally a member, but I mean, we really are trying to keep this limited, since it involves our magical powers. And also,
True.
This isn't a spoiler because it's what you see at the very start before we're technically in a flashback here. You get arrested and beaten by the police, and you are now in your confession describing everything you did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
So...
There's that.
There are good reasons not to involve people with the Phantom Thieves.
Yes, definitely.
But also, he doesn't have a persona, and this guy's a little soft. I don't know how well he'd do in the persona world.
Fair. It is dangerous in there.
It's like I'll be your strategic image management representative, so to speak.
So to speak, as though you didn't just pick an extremely specific name. You're really hyped for this. I'm saying this in a way that's complimentary.
Just you wait. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that title's more than just for show. I've gotta say though, managing the Phantom Thieves' reputation is tiring work.
Well, you know how many people asked you to do it.
The forum gets all sorts of weird posts, including tons of things unrelated to reforming society.
Yeah, Mishima, you should have an off-topic forum or something.
It'd defeat the purpose of the site if the truth of the Phantom Thieves was buried among all that garbage. Oh, but you don't need to worry. I'll sort through all the trash. Speaking of which, I've actually already found some worthwhile info about our very own school. Our quest to boost your popularity can start close to home.
That's definitely what our quest is popularity.
I'll give it my all.
Mishima seems motivated.
Oh, she doesn't have apathy syndrome.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
he's rank 2 now. Mishima will give you information about targets and mementos. After making a target have a change of heart, meet with Mishima to deepen the trust between you. He'll give you more information on targets. So he's a deliverer of side quests, essentially.
I might be
Nice.
overworking myself, though.
Yeah, you might.
Man, I'm exhausted. I think I'd fall asleep on the spot if I weren't talking to you. I should head home. See you later.
Do you want to know? So he's the Moon Arcana, right?
Right.
Do you want to know what the Moon Arcana is or symbolizes?
Yeah. Tell me about the moon. We haven't met Moon in 3 or 4 yet.
Okay, so the Moon, a warning, a deception, enemies who are out of sight, a caution to stay on your path to safety, darkness, companions who are out of their element. Rune reversed, a white lie, a trick, a tiny mistake, silence, stillness, unexpected gain with no cost exacted.
Okay, so it's a very, sort of mixed result. There is one that's you get something for nothing, but a lot of it is secrecy and lies and danger and staying on the right path and someone who's out of their depth as a companion.
Yeah. Huh.
Interesting. Hey, check this. I was checking the fan site earlier and I found a bunch of hater comments about the Phantom Thieves. Got me so mad I'm not even sleepy anymore. At this point, I might as well pull an all-nighter fighting back. So, I've talked before about how you're the person each person needs.
Yeah.
What he needs right now is actually encouragement. Like, if we say all-nighters can mess you up, he'll be mad at us for saying that. Right now we need to, and I'll double check this, but I'm pretty sure that the correct choice, when you're being the person that he needs, you're being the appropriate person for your relationship with him is, yep. Nice hustle, image manager.
Wow.
It's strategic image management rep. The title is important. Try to remember the whole thing, okay?
Wow. So it's anyone who's like encouraging the relationship, right? So if like he's offering you this thing, you accept it and say yes, good job, instead of like try to, work against the flow and be like, actually, maybe you shouldn't do this.
Yeah, I need to improve my relationship with him. I need to not push him away. And that's what being the moon is here. Is helping Mishima along in this path of clear self-destruction. Well, duty calls. I better set up for the Battle of the Fan Site. Time for a wild night of modding and banning.
Wow.
Yeah. Mishimo's got some stuff. Mishima's got some stuff to work through.
Hey.
Your midterms are coming up, aren't they? Better make sure you study. What about that diner in Shibuya that Mishima told you about? Could be a great place for studying, right? You have permission to go out at night, so no time like the present.
Well then.
That reminds me, the home shopping program is airing today. You want to check out the TV? Yeah, I do. Ooh, or I can advance my Sojiro. Hierophant, we were talking about him. Hi everyone, it's time to do some shopping. Here's what we got for you today. Here we go, the relaxation set. Everything you need for when you're not feeling your best. 1 recover oil, 3 relax gel, and 3 alert tabs. Are you seeing this? What a great deal. But that's not all, there's more. Next up, we have the bionutrient set. Great for anyone with a green thumb or a love of plants. 1 mega fertilizer, 5 garden energy. These will both be in one set. What a steal. Wow, they're both such great items, I can't decide which one to get. All right, this is a limited item. Today's the one and only day it will be available. And of course, the price is just right. You won't see this kind of deal ever again. Oh, the phones are already ringing off the hook. Only a few remain. Now's your final chance to buy.
Hey.
Apparently, the phones are ringing non-stop. If we buy one, the other will probably be sold out before we can get it. I'm gonna go with the one for the plant. Because I'm taking care of a plant in this game.
Nice.
And it's free.
Wow, you are way richer in this game than the other games.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Is that because you're a thief?
It's because they give you a lot more money in these games. In this game.
Well then.
How much money do I have? Also, I did a dungeon yesterday. Oh, yeah. In this game, you get big bursts of money, and then it slowly trickles out.
Just like real thieving.
Hey.
Yeah, I guess that's a description you could have of it. Let's see. I want to check my stats. I want to check my social stats. Okay, I got rank 2 and everything. Let's go to the big board. Let's see what everybody else does.
I like that level 2 of like being attractive is head turning. This game is a lot more like complimentary to you on your stats. Like rank 2 and like Persona 3 is like average.
The thing is, rank 1 for all of these is like oblivious.
Oh wow.
I don't remember the rest of them, but you can look at the back videos to find out.
Interesting that they start you off like terrible at everything. Like your entire life you've been walking around terrible until thank God you started this video game event in your life. And now you finally get the chance to improve.
I mean, yeah. Like this, the Persona games are about the most important year in this person's life. Where they...
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
where
you've seen
a man with a very long nose pulls you into a room that's, velvet.
But I mean, like, in 4, Yosuke and Chie and Yukiko were, like, kind of walking around, not in a daze, but they were just, like, going from point to point without really deeply understanding themselves. And then you come in, you unlock their personas, you fight their shadows, and they... like become more truly themselves.
Man, story of my life. I feel like that's happening to me right now.
Yeah.
COVID life.
Yeah. And It starts when your protagonist goes to a new place, but it really starts when your protagonist gets their persona.
Right. A call to action.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reject the call in this one ever? Do you have that step of the hero's journey?
No, you pretty much do it.
You love the call. You pick up the gun. You're like, I'm down. Let's do this.
I mean, yeah, in Persona 3, you're like walking around hands in your pockets until a giant monster attack Futaba drops her gun, and you're like, I know where I should point this.
Right at my face.
Metaphorically speaking. Okay.
Yeah. In this one, are you a criminal already?
Yeah, so
Or do you turn into a criminal?
the original backstory is that you assaulted a dude, which is really you were protecting a woman from sexual assault. But he's rich and powerful, and he sued you and he got you convicted on assault. So
Damn. Always
yeah.
happens like that.
Yeah. So you were like expelled and you're on probation, which is why you got sent here to Tokyo, and you're living in the upstairs of a cafe under the watchful eye of Sojiro Sakura.
He seems cool.
So my two strongest options right now are I could advance my social link with Sojiro, or I could go work and then start the Sun social link with a politician who's trying to be honest.
Nice.
Or rather, with an honest politician who's trying to remain a politician despite his honesty.
Nice.
Who should I do?
I think the Sun politician would be cool.
All right.
Do you have any Sun personas?
Hey.
Nope, I don't need to. Make sure you don't get dragged into some weird mess, all right? I don't need one for just establishing.
Nice.
I also have a much bigger and more effective team here. I've got Slime, McCoy, Agathion, Berith, so I've got Chariot, Death Chariot, Hierophant.
Nice.
Wait. Who's available here? Nope, not that. Nope, no. It's that one. These buttons are different in every game. Well, then who's the... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's this guy. I'm a shapeshifter chained down to my collar. Did you hear about the famous teacher who's now involved in a scandal? Not very smart of him. Yeah, sexual harassment, such deviant behavior, the media's gonna have a feeding frenzy. With the internet, even minor incidents can become sensationalized nowadays. Stares at camera.
Yep.
We should try to avoid a scandal. We don't want to bring shame to our company.
Yes.
And
You should avoid scandals in general.
no, but that's the reason. It's about image. Because wasn't the start of this... Yeah, it's not that, like, wow, he's a horrible person. He raped a student. It's
Sure.
involved in a scandal. That's not very smart of him.
Yeah. You should have done that more intelligently.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Persona.
And again, he's concerned about the media, what the media will say about it, and not, like, the lives he's ruined.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to my friend the politician here. No, not you. No, go away. No.
Please consider what I have to say.
All right, you wanna be the street order?
Sure. There have been far too many incidents recently to ignore. Can anyone deny this? The runaway train incident, mysterious psychotic breakdowns, a school with a corrupt teacher. We have yet to discover the truth of it all. The apathy that permeates society is a direct result of negligence by our governments and the media. You're listening quite attentively. Are you interested in politics?
I am now.
Are you a student? I'm delighted to captivate the interest of someone your age.
We already had the conversation like 2 days ago.
Hmm.
Sorry about that. If you stopped by, that's over damning the Beatbull shop.
Hey,
Hey, have you noticed that guy was the Beatbull shop before? If you work part-time at the Beatbull shop, maybe let him know. Okay, alright.
Oh, okay. God, I could go for some beef bowl right now.
Right?
So, like, so good.
Yeah, every time they're like going out for ramen or getting beef bowl or something, I'm like, yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, it's
Even
like,
Big Bang
you know,
Burger.
do you ever have that moment where like you realize that the video game character is living a better life than you are?
Shit, yeah.
And you're just like,
This guy's got almost
should-
$300 in his pocket right now.
yeah.
And
you're
no
like, I'm gonna-
rent.
no rent. He's got like super cool like clothes. I'm like, just watching this like means like I've gotta go out and buy a jazz album and like buy a new coat and pay a hairstylist to style my hair. You know?
Yeah.
Like, why aren't I as cool as this guy? I'm gonna stand like that too for the rest of my life, starting today.
Hey, Shibuyans, check this out. You're not going to be like the Persona 3 protagonist, where you're just going to have your hands in your pockets all the time and sleep in your school uniform.
I mean, I feel like I already am that Persona 3 antagonist. Like, that's the problem. It's like, when I compare myself realistically to all of the 3 Persona like protagonists, I'm most like the Persona 3 protagonist.
Yeah.
It's just like pretty short, kind of shy, really doesn't do a lot of shit on his own, like, to be honest. And I don't know, like, I guess I do have glasses now, so I'd have to change that, just like Persona 4. Put on the glasses.
The P4 antagonist definitely has more personality than the P3 antagonist, but Joker is like legitimately a person. Like, he does cool stuff before you even get to him.
Nice.
What's up? Hey man, thanks for giving me the time of day. Everyone avoids me because my Japanese is pretty rough. I'm just trying to promote this bar, you know? You're just a kid though. I can't let you in. Sorry, man.
Huh.
Warren Barker.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you can go straight through people.
Oh yeah. I mean, these... Okay, I'm gonna say something and then I'll deal with the metaphorical implications after. These people are just like window dressing. They're just... like, they don't
Wow.
really exist as people. You sometimes hear
Ah.
their thoughts just around.
Sure. Interesting,
Take your time.
oh wow.
Nothing interesting here.
man.
Man. One more
I like
comment.
that they like comment on the population of Tokyo and the difference between being in like a big city in this game compared to the other games, especially 4, which was pointedly about a small city.
Yeah, Inaba is like population 12. What, you interested in my art? I doubt a kid like you could possibly understand, but you look like you know what's up. Unlike all those phonies, I think you deserve to buy my wares, my art. With
Oh,
charm
thanks,
like
Holden.
that, this is what I can
Way
sell
to
you right
lie.
now. Oh, wow. These are like good. I want a revenge mirror.
A mirror that exacts vengeance.
Yeah, it gives me
Really?
the counter ability. It's like good. I don't care about these too much because I don't use Hummer or Mudo too often. But like, yeah, I'll take the revenge mirror. Damn, I didn't know this character existed.
Yeah, retaliate is strong in most games. Put it on your tank.
No, like I didn't know this like
Yeah. the
guy
person.
selling jewelry in this back alley existed.
I learn something new every day. Is this spirit jail?
I mean,
Hey, inmates.
yes.
Wow. Oh my god.
How much Foucault
So
have
she-
you read?
Kind of a commentary on a. Oh wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This is horrible compared to the other ones.
You certainly seem composed.
Worse
Oh,
yet, Igor
Igor
has a different voice
changed
actor. Yeah.
too. Igor, this is a very scary
Time
Igor.
for some you wish to perform an fusion.
Okay, I've got to see what your reaction is to a. Here, let me.
Finished for now,
summon a
Justine.
persona.
You handle this.
View some
are the
personas.
paths you have
No, we're
walked.
going to toggle list. We're going to go by level. Actually, do I have anything in... no. These are all DLC ones,
Right.
so I could buy a level 90 right now, but I don't wanna. I think that's...
Jeez. That's a very generous DLC.
Mm-hmm. Strength, Magician, Devil, Hermit, Death, Lover's Fool, I don't have social links for most of these. Oh, Moon! Moon!
There you go.
That's actually not relevant to me because that's not what I want right now, because I'm going to do a fusion. But
This persona? You'll withdraw this persona? Then accept this persona.
this persona?
Do
You
you
withdraw
know-
this persona? Then accept this persona.
You want to register it? You'd like to register this? Time
translation.
For some rehabilitation.
So
You wish to
do
perform
you
an
know what
execution.
some of these personas are? Like, can you talk a little bit about the? I mean, not this one.
They've
Maybe.
got background.
Unless you.
Um,
Okay.
McCoy,
That one
evil
has a
spirits.
boomerang.
Evil spirits of Mungin lore believed to be reborn shadows. They kidnap and eat children and strike down any sorcerer who uses black magic.
Nice. Okay.
This is Agathion, a general term used for familiars. A general term for familiars used by Judeo-Christian magicians. They are usually sealed away in bottles, rings, or talismans. They torment the target selected by the conjurer.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Got a nice Star of David on the front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Berith, one of the 72 demons of the Gotia, known as the Duke of Hell, he rides a gigantic horse and burns those without manners. Sakimitama, one of the 4 aspects of Shinto thought, it brings great bounty from the hunt. It is said to aid in love, profit, and growth, create new paths.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's always something I was curious about for this game.
Yeah, but there is lore behind all of them.
Now choose.
So I'm gonna just... I don't really have a use for temperance right now. Oh well.
You
I'm-
okay with this?
I'm mostly just showing you to show you. Well, actually, maybe I'll make a... Sorry, I'm thinking of several things at once. Yeah, it's a while until most any of these can be useful, so I'll just get a... Do I want a
You
cup of
okay with
Tengu?
this?
Ooh.
Oh, wow. I do actually have a book about yokai that I think has this one.
A type of Tengu. Their spiritual power is weaker than other Tengu, so they are much smaller. They are said to be the reincarnations of long-lived wolves.
Sounds
You
dope.
okay with this?
I think I'm going to be
Wolf
Genbu
lives long
instead.
enough. Oh, whoa.
One of the Suleng, celestial creatures of Chinese myth, it represents the direction north of the season of winter and the element of water. Known to be a great warrior, it supports the earth from below.
So is it a... Can you spin it all the way around?
Mhm.
Okay, so its tail is also a dragon?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you looked up Genbu Suleng, you'd find all sorts of mythological information about it. All of
All
the
right.
This is a subset of the Shin Megami Tensei series, which is all about all these mythical figures. When JRPGs get the reputation for fighting gods, Shin Megami Tensei is a big one. By which I mean, I think Yahweh is a boss in one of them.
Huh.
He's not the
Okay.
final boss, but he is a boss.
Sure, he's up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you tend to fight in the Shin Megami Tensei series, not like actual mythological gods, actual real religion gods.
Yeah, a little different than Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Select the
Although,
skills you'd like
you know,
to
in Final
inherit.
Fantasy you do have the Sephiroth, which is like that's the Kabbalah. That's a thing that
For sure.
exists in a religion. I want
Yeah, I've accessed lots of my like early religious history stuff through
power
video
will be
games
nothing
in my
unusual.
past, like as a child, just because it's the richest thing that most kids have access to. And so when I played Persona 3 the first time, like I had a great time looking up all those things.
yeah. And as you get higher levels, you get like Ganesh or Michael or Shiva.
Nice.
Big name
It's always
guys.
funny to think of how Japan thinks of like Western religious stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He's the god of Christian myth.
Yeah, they just put him in there with all the other ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to do a fusion, which you recall in 3 and 4 is like card shuffling.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna have you go and blind get your reaction to this one.
Now for a rebirth.
Okay. Oh.
Remember we were talking about self-annihilation?
Yeah. Wait, what? What? Oh my god. Why? Oh, Jesus.
I am Genbu. I shall become a mask and make use of my wisdom to create a profitable future for you.
Okay.
And now that's a mask I can wear.
Whoa. So you're actually killing
okay
them
with this?
Oh, yeah.
with a guillotine, like an execution.
Uh-huh. Fusion.
Jesus Christ.
Persona fusion.
You
Guillotine.
wish to perform an
Fuse by
execution.
result.
Begin
Guillotine
search.
search.
Do they make a pun about how execution is close to fusion in English?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, we
Um,
should find that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jesus Christ, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, there are
Finished.
other
what happened
things
to
you
the
can
cards?
do. They're not very effective metaphorically.
I see.
You'd like to read the compendium?
Later on in this game, you can put them in solitary
These are the
confinement to
paths
level
you
them up,
have walked.
or you can put them in the electric chair to extract skill cards
Wow.
and items. Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Is this
really
what you
just a
want?
big commentary on the justice system
A
here.
fee is required.
Yeah,
Then accept this persona.
but also like it's very very Jung. And like I said, the self-annihilation thing. I want you for
Is
on.
this what you want? A fee is required. Then accept this
I
persona.
want I don't have access to anyone's son yet. By Arcana. Death, Hanged, Strength, Fortune, Hermit, Justice, Chariot, Lovers, Hierophant, Emperor, and go in the wrong direction. Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot, Justice, Hermit, Hermit, Fortune, 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 Strength, Strength, Hanged, Death, Death, Temperance, Devil, Tower, Moon, and Sun. The lowest level Sun persona is level 16, so I wouldn't be able to fuse them anyway.
Commanding it is beyond you.
It's this one. Okay, what do I have right now?
Time for some. Let's execute him. Fusion.
All right, I've got
Okay.
Ryuji, I've got Takemi, I've got
Have you spoken at length in this
Sotro.
series about the self-annihilation psychological concept?
we've got
Looks
the
pretty
Counselor
tough.
Arcana. This is another one of the Mitama. One of the 4 aspects of Shinto thought, it uses its power to bring good omens. It's said to aid in one's wisdom, observation, and skill, and can mend fractured paths.
Nice.
Anyway, no, you can talk about it if you like.
Sure. So I'm just reading this thing on a website called healthysenseofself.com. Pretty rough stuff here on a self-annihilation. Annihilation, the perception of being overlooked, not heard or seen. So, like, this person's story not getting out because they're, being paved over by that rich guy who was sexually assaulting that girl. Not being taken into account, not having any impact on your environment, which is experienced as not actually existing. Annihilation has nothing to do with death or dying. In this method of psychological thought, annihilation is a personal, inner, and usually subliminal or not fully conscious perception or experience that people have. This overlaps with the meaning of human extinction, mutual destruction, and is a person that feels like they are transparent, reduced to zero, which is like a common theme in Persona 3 and 4. They often describe you as zero. Your arcana is zero, the fool. Due to not being seen or heard, it means feeling as if you are alive but don't exist to others, experiencing not having a voice or face as your own, or your own persona, or as a me. So pretty much directly, like, the fact that they turned into masks, right? And feeling that you don't have a voice or a face in this series that's notorious for having silent protagonists largely.
And like also, I don't have a consistent self
Exactly.
in a lot of ways. Yeah.
It's
Sojiro,
exactly
of course.
that.
I'm doing very well. Yeah, Mishima, fucking destroy your mind by trying to moderate an online forum all night.
Oh, this is really good. This feeling or sensation, the result of being not acknowledged as an independent or potentially autonomous human being, often by your parent or other primary caregiver, results in a lack of sense of self, and you do not have your own mental or emotional backbone, with no inner home to fall back on or no inner safe haven with which to draw or base your decisions on. All of this inner security, you step out, or without this inner security, how can you step out into the world and manifest yourself? You clearly cannot, and others perceive that and even ignore you more. Jesus.
This is interesting because that's not actually what I meant to say. I meant to talk about ego death.
Sure.
Want to
Okay.
talk about ego death? Well, I just do this challenge battle just so there's something in the background.
I don't know too much about ego death, although Jung, I've done a few studies on Jung, but I have to go back and do it more specifically. A lot of the stuff with Jung was just kind of about shadow. Is it when you like start looking out for others instead of yourself?
Just read the Wikipedia entry for it. Ego death.
Okay, ego death. But yeah, there's even more about this Annihilation thing that's like about being a real person, and like you as a video game protagonist who is needing someone to control them is like very interesting in that sense that you have to be like piloted by someone. Okay, so Wikipedia on ego death, a complete loss of subjective self-identity. The term is used in various intertwined contexts with related meanings. In Jungian psychology, the synonymous term psychic death is often used, which refers to a fundamental transformation of the psyche. In death and rebirth mythology, the ego death is the phase of self-surrender and transition. Pretty Christian there, very Jesus-like. And described by Joseph Campbell in his research of the mythology on the hero's journey, is a recurrent theme in world mythology and is used often as a metaphor in some strands of contemporary Western thinking. In description of psychedelic experiences, the term is used synonymously with ego loss to refer to a temporary loss of one's sense of self due to the use of psychedelics. The term was used by such as Timothy Leary to describe the death of the ego, the first phase of an LSD trip in which a complete transcendence of self occurs. The concept is also
I think, but go on.
Sure. The concept is also used in contemporary New Age spirituality in the modern understanding of Eastern religion to describe a permanent loss and attachment to a separate sense of self or self-centeredness. This conception is an influential part of Eckhart Tolle's teachings, where ego is presented as an accumulation of thoughts or emotions continuously identified with that creates the idea of feeling separate, of being a separate entity from oneself, and that only by disidentifying one's consciousness from it can one truly be free of self-suffering. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot there. I referenced Fight Club earlier intentionally.
Sure.
You could argue that the end of it is a Jungian ego death, where he is self-surrendering and transitioning. Fundamentally
his
killing
movement
himself
certainly.
so that he become a new person.
This one,
Yeah.
it's weak to electricity. Shadow's weakness is ice.
Persona!
Look, I actually have a good way to do this.
Yeah, there's also something I want to bring up is like the way that their elements interact and are weak to other ones is like very interesting compared with other video games. You know, like wind. Like certain things will have weaknesses that aren't exactly their opposites.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the weaknesses are kind of random.
Ice is no good.
Like, okay,
There's something
obviously
different.
for this one it's weak to fire, and
This one.
okay, these ones are obvious, but it's not based on what their elements are. It's like that's a plant,
Yeah.
so it's weak to fire.
Shadow's weaknesses.
That one's fire made with the lantern. It's weak to ice and wind.
This one
Um,
is weak to fire.
but also, I've redone this twice because I messed up the first turn, and I'm
Try again.
just gonna be
You're
done
not
with it.
so
So this
scared.
was just background window dressing. Nobody pay attention to that.
Sure. But yeah, between Pokemon and like replaying Final Fantasy 12 and this game, like I've seen lots of Japanese games have very interesting takes on type elemental weakness charts.
Yeah, so sometimes you got like lightning and wind are opposites, but slime is weak to fire and wind. Bareth is immune to gun and strong to fire, but weak to ice.
Yeah.
Genbu's weak to wind, immune to ice, strong against psychic,
Huh.
but doesn't have interaction with wind. And so forth.
Yeah. I feel like Succubus should be weak to psychic, you know?
No slacking off.
Nope.
Nope. She works just as well.
So I'll like do research at some point, I guess. But ego death and thereby the destruction of the self is a major theme. You do it in
Yeah.
Persona 3 every time you cast an ability. You say like, Junpei is gone. This is Hermes.
By shooting yourself in the head.
By shooting yourself in the head. And in this one you say, actually, whichever ones I fused, Succubus and Agathion are gone. This is Genbu now. I killed them.
Yeah. With a guillotine.
With a guillotine. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm gonna work here so I can make nice with politician.
What did you say?
Hey, look, there's a ton of customers coming in all of a sudden. You're gonna be bombarded with orders at this rate. Make sure you memorize them all. Natto. Mid HGR. Large beef bowl. Large curry bowl.
Yes.
All right, stay calm and remember the orders. What did the first person order? They ordered a large natto bowl. I wrote this down because I'm a good food service worker. What did the second person order? They ordered a medium Huigo roe bowl.
Hey.
Yeah, they did say that. Third customer, large beef bowl.
Nice.
And that one is a large curry bowl.
Well,
Yeah, you're right. That was the order. All right, now you just have to make everything and serve them.
Man, I'm having flashbacks to when I worked at food service.
Uh-huh. All right, you want to be man in a suit?
Sure. You appeared to have a difficult time there. Can't you ask your manager to hire more people? You're extremely busy. Ha! Ha ha! God, sorry. Employees being overworked is becoming a real problem in the workplace. That's concerning.
This guy he's a good guy who knows what's going on, and that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I should remember this.
Well then, I'll see you again.
I'll leave my payment here. Thank you for the food.
hey, hey.
You're Morgana now.
Oh, wasn't that the politician who gives speeches in front of the station? He was worried about employees in the workplace, huh? Well, I think he knows who you are now. We should go to the station square again sometime soon.
My.
So eventually I'll be able to start the Sun social link, but not yet.
Okay.
Whoa, good
Well,
work.
like, we got progress on it, you know?
We have progress. Yeah, it's a multi-step process. It seemed there were a lot of customers today, but you handled it well on your own. We were as crowded today as we usually get on Yakiniku Day. I wonder if there was some event happening.
Thanks in
nearby.
advance.
I paid you a little extra today. Good work. Keep it up. Yeah,
follow
so
my-
I get $100 for the night, $90 for the night, and my proficiency proficiency should go up by a couple of points. I'm sure it was rough, but I think you handled it all quite proficiently. Yeah, I got 3 little dots.
Nice.
Whew. Well, I guess we should go home soon.
I like that they put shark teeth on the musical notes.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're super cool. And do you believe in the Phantom Thieves? I'll cut the video in a second.
What?
There's a dagger in this day.
Yeah.
Look out for that. Is there a dagger in every day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Something dagger of the mind. I need to do my research on my path too. Yeah, at some point during this process, I'm probably just gonna like read Jung and tell everybody my observations as I do.
I mean, please do. I think that's like, that's a cool part of the project. You know, I was excited about this project because, you know, I knew how much you knew about it, and that Persona like does have these themes like all over it.
Yeah, so you know, I think it is appropriate for May that I know a little bit about Jung and a little bit about tarot, and that
Sure.
gradually, as I proceed and as I raise my stats, I'll know more and more.
There you go.
By December, I'll have fully maxed out my little stats star.
Yeah, you got understanding.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, I will have told you my entire life story and all my traumas.
There you go. that was always the plan. That was the original. It's a long con, a year's long.
I mean, kind of. Like, the idea is that this is a part of my daily life. So things that are related to my daily life. Yeah, in this
Oh.
case, the presenter is kind of the presented also.
Well,
like
for
the day
me,
when I was
like,
Mhm.
I was initially like super excited about this project because I was like, it's gonna be so interesting to measure and track like a journal, like how much you've changed over the course of this year.
Yeah.
Like, because you will grow. You know, every person like grows a lot each year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some years more than others, but I maintain that every person grows a lot like each year.
Also, I'm willing to bet that this is going to be a big one. What with how it's the end of my quarantine. It's
Yeah.
the gradual lessening of the pandemic in the United States, although it's also the increased pandemic around the rest of the world.
Yes.
For example,
And, like-
here's a hint for a later social link. Is my parents are in Thailand right now, which does not have the vaccine.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or is only very slowly getting it, because the government isn't forcing them to give out the vaccine.
Sure.
Forcing Pfizer and Moderna and such to give the something vaccine patents intellectual property, and so millions will die.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like something that I'm very excited to like kind of check in with and
Mhm.
like measure like how you think about these characters in a year, you know.
Yeah. Like, part of the original idea is that I played Persona 5 Royal in a month last year.
Yeah.
I just chugged this down. I mainlined it. And whenever the character was like, oh, I hate all this waiting, I was like, uh-huh, and I pressed X and I got through another week.
Nice.
But here I'm waiting with them, and I'm experiencing it slowly with them.
Yeah.
And I have their short days and long waits, and their long days and short waits. And when I feel too tired to go to Tartarus, too fucking bad, we're going Tartarus today.
Sure. Well, do you think it'll start affecting your play? Like, right now you're playing it as a game, like as a gamer, like, you know, using all that stuff. But don't you think later you might start changing your decisions based on like how you actually feel, knowing that you have to live with this for another year.
Maybe, but the thing is, I am a gamer, and I do like
That's true.
optimizing, and I don't go
It's a-
into a Persona game planning to be myself.
By the way, this is like gonna be a big gamer flex that you can have for the rest of your life. Like,
Yeah.
what a story, you know?
Yeah, eventually I'm going to go viral. My Polygon article at the end of this of what I've learned from a year of Persona is going to get 10,000 hits.
Nice. Love it. You gotta credit me. You gotta put my channel up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In the links in the description.
Links in the description. Like, comment, subscribe to both me and to Clever Diversion. And all the various other people that I will.
Yeah. If you want to know
have
more
on in
about
future.
ego death, and self-annihilation theory, and all this horrible shit that's happening in the world psychologically and its like inevitable impact on the society, by all means, continue to watch for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
That's
Like-
the scariest thing. Like, imagine this exact same time period last year, right?
Yeah.
Like, we had no idea how big this was gonna get, and then look what happened.
Yeah, and like
So, think about what might happen next year when we're in this exact same spot.
last year probably would have been a better time to do this because I was inside all the time. Now I've got stuff
Sure.
I'm doing. Like, I might go see my parents in Thailand.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is like, whenever a crisis happens, usually the correct responses for the crisis only come in like kind of after people have dealt with the initial shock of like getting used to orienting to this new thing, and then they do the smart plans for this new environment. But it takes a while.
Well, but what I mean is like,
Well, now you have stuff to do.
yeah. What I mean is like, if I fly to Thailand, that's a 20-hour flight. I can't play
Yeah.
and record Persona on there. I don't
Well,
have a laptop. I have a desktop
you'll
computer.
have to do it out a little bit. There'll have to be some flexibility. You know, it can't just be rigid. Life isn't like
Well,
that.
maybe. My housemate suggested that when I miss a day in game or miss a day in real life, I just don't get to do any activities that day and just go straight home.
Oh, I
Um,
mean, maybe.
Like, sorry, you skipped this day. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I counsel a
legitimately
little bit
don't know what
more-
this is gonna be like between now
More
and
like
April.
compassion and water, but in this, you know, I'd give yourself a little bit of self-forgiveness.
I don't know. And these are decisions I'm not making yet. It's May.
Sure,
These games,
that's fair.
they meaningfully end in like December, January, but they end in April.
Yeah,
and
we
I'm-
keep going.
I'm in this, like these characters. And I think I'm gonna call that Persona for today,
For sure.
and I will.
Thank you so much for having me on. It was
Thank you for being
fantastic.
here. I'll
I
put-
learned a lot also.
Yeah. If you're watching game by game, Mason was also in my May 8th videos for the other two.
Got all three, baby. Got
you
the
wanna-
full set.
If you want to hear more of him and me talking earlier, and I will see you all tomorrow.